outside Detroit, mid-June 1895. A hatchet, a Bible, and a revolver were Lily's best friends, and Cousin Clem next door with his shotgun. She eyed the flimsy wood-paneled door of the dank room over the tavern. The music hall job was supposed to be her venue for the entire summer. Indeed, it was popular, as the proprietor had advertised, but in all the wrong ways and for rough clientele. This was no opera house, as was clear from some of the obscene lyrics being belted out by the buxom redhead downstairs. Off-tune soprano notes pierced the thin floorboards beneath Lily's feet, and she shivered. She shimmied a rickety chair beneath the black metal doorknob. This was definitely not how she'd imagined her new singing job would turn out. But now that she'd traveled so far, she wouldn't let fear continue to run her life.
God, I don't know why you allowed this. What are we gonna do?
Lily slipped to the floor and knelt on the worn rag rug that covered the wide pine floorboards. Downstairs, the hooting and hollering of patrons escalated. What elicited such a response? She drew in a deep breath, rose, and stepped toward the water basin set in a wobbly oak stand. Lily poured the cool water into the bowl and dipped the dingy washcloth into the water. She'd pulled a new soap cake from her travel case earlier. She ran the wet cloth over the lye soap that she and Mama had made together. She shivered as she washed her face, inhaling the pungent scent. Mama was gone, and in the wake of her misdeeds, she'd driven Lily and Clem far from their Appalachian mountain homes. As catcalls continued to ensue from downstairs, every nerve stood on edge. Fear had followed her all the way from the Kentucky mountains. Might not be any sleep until all the revelers at the inn had gone home. Lily closed her eyes as she began to unbutton her blouse to get ready for bed.
Lord, keep me safe.
She dropped her hand and patted the sheathed knife in her pocket.
And guide me in your plan.
Escape was the word that came to mind. Or was it a word from him? Next door, Clem's snores marked him as sleeping. Heavy footfall rambled up the stairs outside her room. A knock at the door startled her. She rebuttoned her shirt.
Who's there?
Ms. Jones? With her fatigue, Lily wasn't sure who Mr. Bly was asking for. Jones, yes, that was the name she was using right now. Lily Jones, not Kerchinsky.
What do you need?
Thought we'd review the terms of your contract.
An undeniable slur marked the manager's words as liquor-tainted. Songbird of Kentucky, she'd been called. Sang at the governor's mansion, even. With her mother's terrible action, Lily could rightly be called a tavern singer now that she and Clem had performed here. That was unacceptable. The door rattled, and Lily stiffened. In 3 steps, Lily grabbed her pistol in her right hand and positioned her hatchet on the bed. The knife in her pocket would be a last resort.
Lord God, don't make me have to use these weapons.
In Appalachia, pretty much any uninvited person arriving at the door would have met the same welcoming committee from her parents as she now had with her. She strained to listen for Clem. The doorknob rattled again, and she shook, but took aim at the door.
I will speak to you in the morning, Mr. Bly.
Not a chance. She and Clem needed to leave this place.
Well, Ms. Jones, there are a few things I need to make clear about expectations.
He hiccuped. The door rattled violently, but the chair held firm.
Clem!
She called out. Lily drew in a steadying breath, aiming at the center of the doorway. Surely if the man made it through and he saw the gun, he'd stop. At least that was what Pa had always counted on when he'd sent them on the road.